Good morning. Good morning. Hey, did you realize that caring for someone you love can sometimes mean facing unexpected financial challenges, right? Whether it's a sudden medical bill or an ongoing cost of long term care, it is so important to feel prepared for this, just like anything else in life, right? Well, hey, I'm Michelle O'Neill, your host and resident emotional wellness coach. And I want to welcome you here on The Meeting Place. Look, today I want to share with you just how important it is to be prepared. And I want to give you tips on how you can manage these financial surprises that pop up in life without shaking up your financial peace. And it starts with having a plan and being having those cushions in your life that come up that are there for those unexpected expenses that pop up, right? Oh, I can't talk this morning, but that's okay. I'm here and I'm excited to be here with you. And it's not just about, I'm not talking just about saving money, but it's about saving worry too. So I want to thank you for being here this morning. And I want to just share out these important things. I want to make sure, I want to say hey first to everyone who's here. And I want to apologize. Had a few technical difficulties. So that's why I'm a little thrown off schedule, but that's okay. Life happens like that all the time. And I want to make sure that I see your comments and everything. So let me go ahead and share this out. Here we go. Yay. There we go. Share this out to the group. Say, hey, group. Everyone say, hey, group for me there. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And I want to thank you for being patient with me this morning. There we go. All right. So, like I said, first, I want to talk about these tips that'll help you when these financial burdens come up, when different things come up during your caregiving journey. And finances are important, they can shake our world. So, first off, I want to talk first about setting up what I call a caregiving fund. We set up college funds for our kids. We set up Christmas funds so that we have enough money every year to buy those Christmas gifts because we always spend more than we expect to, right? So, why don't we set up a caregiving fund? Now, this is in a separate savings account, which that's how you save for these funds, right? Where you can put away a little each month specifically for caregiving expenses. Think of it as a safety net to catch you when those big expenses come up, just like we have in life every day when the car goes down or when something happens in the house, you need windows or whatever. We have a fund set aside for that. And so why not set aside funds for a caregiving fund? And I'll go a little bit more into this a little later this morning, but it doesn't have to be a lot. Even a small amount each month can build up over time and give you that peace of mind. Now, next, I think it's wise to look at your insurance options. Did you know that some insurance plans actually include coverage for long term care? And this can be a lifesaver, literally and financially. It's about making sure that you're not caught off guard, and these plans can help cover everything from home care services to full-time nursing care. And if you're unsure where to start, well, a financial advisor who understands the specifics of caregiving can help make these decisions. And let me tell you right off, this week, today, I am dropping a podcast where I had this phenomenal conversation with a financial advisor, Natalie Kime. And wow, it was mind blowing. The things that are out there for us. And she's going through the same journey that we're going through right now with her parents. So she's not just talking about it from a financial advisor aspect, but she's talking about it also from a personal aspect of knowing and going through these things herself. And I love the stories that she tells. So, if you want more in depth on how to care for these financial um, things or unexpected things that may come up, make sure you go to the Caring Corner podcast today and listen to that as well. But back on the subject of things we can look up. Lastly, let's not forget about our community support and our community resources and support programs. Now, many communities offer financial assistance, free counseling, and even respite care services that can help ease the burden of caregiving. And sometimes just knowing that there's help out there can make a big difference. It doesn't mean that you need to have it right now, but just knowing about these things in advance can make a big difference. And so check with your local caregiver support groups or community centers to see what's available out there. Remember, the goal here is to manage the finances and reduce the stress and anxiety that financial challenges can bring. And by planning ahead and using these tips, you can focus more on what really matters, caring for your loved one and taking care of yourself too. Now, I just want to give a couple of more little short things on the three that I just talked about. Now, we did talk about building our savings account, but I want to dive a little deeper into that. First, just setting up that special savings account. Imagine that it's is that peace of mind for you. And starting this can be as simple as just setting up a direct deposit. See, I got to go in a little detail here. Setting up a direct deposit from your checking account, from your paycheck, or automatically transferring a small amount from your checking account into your savings account each month. The reason I'm saying this again is because it's just a matter of setting it up automatically and forgetting it. Set it up and forget it. That's what's so important. And the thing is, it may seem on the insurance plan, it may seem complex or maybe even a bit daunting, but hear me out. These plans, and Natalie goes into these plans are specifically designed to cover those costs that are not usually covered by traditional health insurances like in-home care or even nursing home expenses. So check it out. This isn't just about peace of mind for tomorrow. It's just a strategic move to protect your finances today and down the road. So I encourage you to meet with an insurance agent who understands long-term care and can open your eyes to the options that you may not have considered, right? And finally, the value of consulting with the financial advisor, especially especially one specializing in caregiving, cannot be overstated. That's why I told you a little bit about Natalie, because not only is she specializing in caregiving, I mean, in the caregiving spectrum, but because she's going through it herself. And each caregiving journey is unique, and a one size fit all approach just doesn't cut it. And a financial advisor who gets the ins and the outs of caregiving can help you craft a plan that aligns perfectly with your specific circumstances. They can provide Whew, let me take a breath here. They can provide insights into tax breaks for caregivers, help you plan for future healthcare costs, and even guide you on balancing your current financial needs with your caregiving expenses. It is in all totality of your life. This isn't something totally separate. It has become a part of your life now, and they can help you plan and look at things in totality. And so to put this in action, why not just schedule a consultation with a financial advisor this month. Don't let it go off and over. Just make that effort right now. Many offer a free initial session to see if it's the right fit without a financial commitment. Remember, taking small steps today can lead to huge relief tomorrow. It's about being proactive rather than reactive. Ooh, and I think I'm going to do a live on proactive versus reactive, right? The thing is, this, how would I say, that's why it's essential to normalize these open conversations that we have with our loved ones about finances. Imagine even sitting down with a cup of coffee and a close friend discussing budgeting tips or financial hurdles without hesitation. This openness can dramatically reduce your stress, making you feel supported and empowered. Thanks, Deborah. Thank you for being here this morning. Yes, it is. I'm telling you, when I had this conversation um, with Natalie, and I've had these conversations with my mom, they are so important. They can make you feel supported and empowered when you share it with a friend or a financial advisor and you have these open conversations. Pushing them aside is not the way to go. I know you don't want to think about it. I know we don't want to think about um, things getting worse. We don't want to think about death. But having these financial conversations ahead of time, making sure you put things in place, making sure things are ready, that you know that you will be able to deal with these things without the stress is so important. So when we break down these barriers, we're not just talking about money. We're building a community of understanding and support. It's about removing the fear of being judged for not having all the answers and creating a space where it's okay to be vulnerable and share your fears and share the concerns and talk about things that were what you considered taboo at one time. And it's the ability to seek advice, the right advice with the right people. How many times have you sat down talking to someone and they tell you things that you didn't even know or things that you didn't realize they were aware of? Or then they tell you, or they share a friend or someone that they know that they've gotten information from, and that would be great for you to get information from too. That's what having these conversations with your loved ones and with your friends and other communities can help with. This environment of openness can lead us to discover solutions that we may never have found on our own. You know, our community is not just our support, but it's our lifeline. It's not just about finding the right solution, it's about feeling understood and not alone in these challenges. And, and when we don't manage our stress, it can seep into every aspect of our life, including our finances. Unmanaged stress can make us more impulsive and less focused, and it might lead to us overlooking important details. This can mean forgetting to pay bills or on time, or making hasty financial decisions, or neglecting our long-term planning for immediate relief. Stress can cloud our judgment and lead to a cycle of financial missteps that only increase our anxiety. I know we have all forgot to pay a bill sometime in our lives, or think that we had something set up automatically. And because of something in our lives, how many times have you changed a credit card because of being compromised and forgot that it was attached to something else? And so you've forgotten a bill along the way. These things happen. And so talking through this with friends or with an advisor helps not make that misstep. Stress can actually cloud our judgment and lead to a cycle of missteps that can only increase our anxiety. It's like navigating through a fog, and feels more confusing and overwhelming, making it hard to see the path forward. And that's what we want to do. We want to be able to move forward. It's not about seeing what's before us, but being able to move forward without the cloud of misstep in front of us. And don't forget, integrating mindfulness and stress reduction techniques into your daily routine can play a huge role in handling financial stress. Hey, I'm telling you, I know I'm not just telling you this because it's what I teach. I'm telling you this because it's something that I know. I practice this every day in my life. There are times that I just have to stop and say, hold up, wait. Imagine starting your day with just 5 minutes of a deep breathing exercise. It centers your mind and prepares you for making clear headed decisions. Listen, before I even got here on this computer today to talk to you, I had to stop. I got some news that I knew that I needed to stop before I got here, before you, and just breathe to recenter myself, for me to even say a prayer, a quick prayer, before I got on here to talk to you. It centers your mind and prepares you to make clear headed decisions and have clear headed discussions, so you're not all over the place. Or consider maybe taking a walk. I couldn't do that this morning, but taking a walk after a stressful financial meeting. Sometimes you just need to do that to clear your head and to step away and to look at it from a different perspective. Step back. The physical movement actually helps us to dissipate the stress. It clears your mind. How many times have you just walked out of a room or stepped away when things got too hectic? How did that feel? How did that help you recenter and focus? Doing things like practicing gratitude can shift your perspective from focusing on your financial woes to appreciating, can't even talk. This is so important to me that you get it and that you understand. Sometimes just appreciating that the things that you do have. Hey, I have a job and I'm able to pay for the things that are important. I may not be able to get all the little special things that I want, but I can set aside this amount, $25 every month, to make sure that if something unexpected comes up, I have a little savings, a little pot to help me that doesn't stress me out in other areas of my life, other financial things in my life. Yes, stress is a silent killer. So true, Travis. And so if we prepare for it ahead of time and do things like practicing gratitude, we forget to stop and think about those things in our lives that we do have. These simple actions can dramatically change how we approach life and financial planning. They provide a mental reset that helps you approach financial decisions with clarity rather than fear. How many times does stepping back give you that clarity and that space to really think? And look, as we wrap up today's conversation, remember that we've explored some essential financial strategies that can empower you tremendously as you go through the love of caregiving. More importantly, we've discussed how crucial it is to blend these financial plans with emotional care to ensure that you're building your emotional resilience. If you're seeking more personalized advice, I highly encourage you to consult with a financial advisor who understands the unique challenges of caregiving. It's like anything else, it's a specialty, like going to a specialty with your doctor. If you have a heart problem, you go to a heart doctor, a cardiologist. So I encourage you to go to a financial advisor or insurance agent who specializes in those who deal with caregiving. Don't forget to tune in to episode 60 of the Caring Corner for a deeper insight into financial help with caregiving. And thank you so much for joining me today here on the meeting place. I am excited to continue this conversation and share more empowering tips with you next week. Listen, take care. Take care of your loved ones and keep nurturing both your finances and your emotional well-being. Until next time, I want to thank you for being here with me and take care. Bye-bye.